Because if you ever want to empathize with somebody, when it comes to true azadar, and the one who instituted aza in Medina, it's Ummul Baneen. In which way? That Ummul Baneen who instituted the aza, you find that Ummul Baneen, without a doubt, she bid farewell to all of them one by one. She, you could argue, was the first who had shed the aza. Of course, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi before her. But she came one by one. Who did she come to first? When they were all leaving to go to Karbala, slowly my brothers and sisters were coming towards the entrance into Karbala, coming towards the second of Muharram. But on their way, they went from Medina to Mecca towards Kufa and ended in Karbala. She bid farewell one by one. Who did she farewell to? Aba Abdullah. Yes, because to her that was her son, and it was an honor to be his mother. She was the one who would look, if Abbas belongs to Fatima al-Zahra, then Hussein is my Imam, but I want to bid farewell. She bid farewell to Imam al-Hussein. Who else did she bid farewell to? She bid farewell to Sayyida Zainab and Kulthum. She saw Zainab's face. There wasn't an injury at all on that face. She saw Zainab. There wasn't a wound on her at all. She bid farewell to her. She expected that one day Zainab would return looking the same way. Then also, who did she bid farewell to? She looked around at her 4 boys, yes? If ever you want to see the meaning of aza, those 4 boys were the azadars, yes, especially their big brother Abul Fadl. As she came towards them one by one, make me proud, please. I want you to stay loyal to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. On a night like this, take your heart to Jannat al-Baqi', next to the grave of Ummul Baneen. Those of you who haven't been there, while the tears flow from your eyes, I want you to ask for your hajjah that you return to Medina one day. She bid them all farewell, and she looked in the eyes of someone as well. Who? The 6-month-old baby. She looked at that eyes of the 6-month-old. She saw Akbar, she saw Qasim, she saw Sukaina. She thought that Sukaina would also come back the same way. She saw another azadar. Who? Fadda alayhi salam, Bibi Fadda, of course. Can you imagine how difficult it is for a mother to bid farewell to her boys? It's extremely difficult, but she had a thought in her head. Will my boys come back or won't they? Imagine how long she waited until she heard a cry. What cry? There is news from Karbala. Allahu Akbar. Every time she'd ask, tell me, is there any news from Karbala? She'd keep on asking, is there any news from Karbala? Until Bishr bin Hadlam came to Medina and he called out, I have news from Karbala. She came. With her was the young son of Abbas alayhi salam. That baby would be waiting to see his father, but the mother was waiting as well. She came to the front. She asked, tell me, what's the news about Karbala? Bishr asked, and who is that lady who asked? They said to him, Bishr, you don't know who she is? He said, no, tell me please. They said to him, that's Ummul Baneen. The moment he heard this, you saw the change in his emotion. May Allah reward you over the death of your son Ja'far. When she heard this, she looked towards him. What did she say? She said, tell me about Aba Abdullah. Tell me. Which mother asks about her Imam? He said, may Allah reward you over the death of your son Abdullah. She said, tell me about Aba Abdullah. He said to her, may Allah reward you over the death of your son Uthman. She said, tell me about Aba Abdullah. Then the next line, all of you know it. I don't even need to say the next line. All the lovers of Abbas know where I'm heading. May Allah reward you over the death of your son Abbas. When she heard Ammar Fadl's name, she broke down with her baby on the ground. I ask everyone on this earth who doesn't break it down when you hear the name of Abbas. When she got up, she looked, she said, tell me about Hussein, tell me. That moment the poet describes in a beautiful way. If you gave me all the heavens and the earth, and you gave me 70 Abbas, I'd swap all of them to see Hussein's head in peace. What azaa could you see like the azaa of Ummul Baneen? When you're a mother, you know your boys have died, you try to go towards your friend's house, don't you? She hadn't seen Zainab since Karbala. Zainab had returned, Bibi Fidda had returned. At that moment, Bibi Zainab, when she was at home, she said, Fidda, don't let anyone see me. Anyone knocks at the door, tell them to come another time. Bibi Fidda had heard this. Suddenly someone knocked at the door. When the knock came, Fidda knew that I'll go to the door and I'll tell them to go away. But when Fidda opened the door, she saw Ummul Baneen standing in front of her. Fidda, tell me where's Zainab? When Zainab turned around, she said, Fidda, who is it? She said to her, Bibi, it's Ummul Baneen at the door. At that moment, Zainab ran towards the door and Ummul Baneen ran towards her. Zainab calling out, Wa Husayna. Ummul Baneen calling out, Wa Abbasa. And Fatima Zahra calling out at that moment, oh my beloved lovers of Al Muhammad. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Raise your hands, my dear brothers and sisters, wherever you may be. Ya Allah, raise us and allow us to have the intercession of Imam Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman. Ya Allah, remove the disunity from our ummah and allow us to be amongst those who honor the azaa of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. May Allah lengthen the lives of our maraja, and may Allah bless the souls of those of them who've passed away. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this community with the Al-Qa'im project. My dear brothers and sisters, I ask you to generously donate to the Qa'im project here in Peterborough. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. We all ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for those who are feeling unwell. Our dear sister Hasina Karamali, may Allah give her in this time good health. In the name of the one who was ill at Karbala, Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam. Let us recite the ayah of the Quran. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Amma yujibu al-muftarra idha da'ahu wa yakshifu as-su'. أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the Surah Al-Fatiha. But before it, wherever you may be, in the name of Ummul Baneen, the loudest of your salawat.
Ya Hussein, 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 Ya Hussein.